Hello! I'm still alive. For now. Yeah, hey guys. How's it going? Hope you're all doing well, and for the Americans, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Holidays are always like super weird, so I don't know. I can never tell if it's like gonna be good or gonna be real bad. It was okay this year. Not terrible, but not the best. But we could talk about it while we play. We're gonna try to do some monsoon again. We'll see what happens. I'm just bad. So like I don't know if I'll actually be able to ever do it. Okay, I think we're gonna do a vanilla run. Using Huntress. Also, if you hear like loud thumping in the background, just ignore it. Cammie's been taking this bone up and down the stairs, and she keeps just throwing it on the wooden stairs. And like, it's so loud. And on top of it, like, it's this, what's it shaped like? Like, it's shaped like a wishbone. She's chewed all 3 points of it into like daggers. They're like little sharp points, and I think she's planning to kill me. So, you know. Oops, fell off the side there. Oh hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. You get to watch me die. But anyways, yeah, my dog Cammie's just throwing shit around. She's for sure planning my death. Okay, let's continue. Oh, let's talk about my week, man. Oh, it's been rough. I swear, life just never gets easier, it just gets worse. I was gonna say harder, but like, I don't know. It's not even the difficulty level of it. I don't know. It can be hard, it can be depressing, it can be frustrating. So it's hard to say just that it's, you know, it's harder, because it's not exactly that. It's so much more than that. But yeah, so we talked about it last weekend, that I had that deploy that went terribly wrong last Tuesday. So this Tuesday we're in our like daily stand call where we like go over what we're working on and stuff. And like the person running it is just like, oh yeah, and then next week on Monday Jesse will deploy this thing. And I'm like, whoa. This is literally the first time I'm hearing this. Nobody asked me if I'm available to deploy this. Nobody like checked in with me to see like where we stand on it. You guys are just deciding that I'm gonna make time Monday night to do this. Like, it's not happening. I am not working Monday night. And like, the thing is it's a stupid deploy, okay? The thing that we're deploying is like a small piece of code that tells the system to do a specific thing when somebody puts a specific value in a field. Very straightforward. It's nothing complex. It has a sunrise date, so it has a date that it starts working. and you specify the date that it starts working. So it's not like it just, you put it in the system and it turns on. You tell it when to start working. So like, I could easily deploy it during the day and have the sunrise date for Monday night. And not have to actually be on Monday night. But they don't like that option. Which is stupid, and it doesn't make any sense. And so then they're like, okay, well, we'll just have you deploy it Tuesday night then. And I'm like, no, I'm not available Tuesday night either. I'm available Wednesday night, that's when we do our deploys. And they're like, oh no, we need it before then. Well, like, what do you want? Just let me put it in the system and have the start date of the date that you want it to start. Like, why are we playing this game of you need to work in the evening on days that you're not supposed to? Like, I'm not gonna drop everything in my life to be available every second for you guys. Like, that's stupid. And so we had like this back and forth for a little bit. And then finally I like very bluntly said to them, I was like, look, I am never ever deploying outside of Wednesday deploy hours ever again. Do not ask me. It will not happen. If you want to fire me for something so stupid, then have at it. But we have the Wednesday deploy windows for a reason, and I'm not gonna do like these special deploys all the time because somebody says that something's urgent. Because it's not. That can wait. The thing is it's for a new program that hasn't even been put in the system yet. And they haven't decided when they're putting it in the system. So why am I rushing to put this in when they haven't even decided to put in the other piece that's like a big factor? Because the rule basically, the code basically says, if this field contains this value, and think of it like a drop-down field, you can only select specific values. So if that value is not an option, then why am I rushing to put this in? Wouldn't it make more sense to put this in when that value goes in? That way you could test both at the same time? And they don't even have a date for when they're putting that value in. So like, why? That doesn't make any sense. So it's like very frustrating. And I was very like, I don't know, I guess like stern with my statement when I told them that I wouldn't do that. But I wasn't like rude. I was just like, look, it's never happening again. Like, I did it because you guys begged me to. It went terribly wrong. I'm not doing it again. It's just gonna cause problems. Like, we need to keep the business in line and have them understand that we have these deploy windows for a reason. And it's not just to fuck around. I think, oops. Sorry, I went to scratch my nose and my headphone cord just took my mouse for a ride. Anyways. But so I was like very cranky about it. But I was also very, you know, like I said, not rude, just professionally stern. Because I don't want them to keep coming to me and being like, oh, how about now? Oh, how about now? Will you do a deploy now? How about now? This is a different ticket. Will you do it now? Because, like, it's frustrating. Oh, of course. Oh, okay. I thought it was Titans. Beetle Queens are handleable. I can handle Beetle Queens. Or can I? Come on, heal. Let's kill the sky puppies because they will annihilate me if they hit me. But yeah, so we had that discussion on Tuesday. Thanksgiving's on Thursday, so on Wednesday, there was a large majority of the office that took the day off, so there wasn't very many people there. I was one of the few people working. I don't normally take holidays off. I'm kind of shit in taking things off. I don't regularly take time off. When I do, it's normally because I have something specific planned, like a trip or like visiting family. It's not normally like just because I feel like it sort of thing. And I don't do those things very often, so again, it's even less of me visiting family and things. Anyways, point being, it's very uncommon for me to take time off, even during holidays. So like I knew I was gonna be there all week, but I was like the only one who was gonna be there all week. Everyone else took time off, which is fine. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, they're supposed to take time off. I'm happy for my coworkers taking time off. I think they deserve it. But basically there was not very many people in the office, or well, I mean working. I work remote, so it's not really an office that I'm sitting in, but there wasn't very many people online. And so we had our Thursday call, our daily call, and there wasn't that many people there. So it was pretty chill and relaxed. It was a refinement call, which means we discuss upcoming tickets, ensure that we have all the needed information for the ticket, and we point it. So we say how difficult we think the ticket's gonna be based on the information we have. And so that's what we were working on, is going over some tickets. Normally we do with all of the people on my team, but it was just me and one other person. And so, where's the other Beetle Queens? Did they escape somewhere? Oh, she's up there. Oh, they're both up here. Well, anyways. But so, I hate doing refinement with like just two people, because it's a pain in the ass, and it means that I have to talk a lot more because I have to give all the opinions instead of just like, we take turns normally, I guess you could say. You know, this person talks for a minute and then this person gives their opinion, and like, I don't know, the admins, the people on my team are like pretty chill about it, that we kind of share the burden of being like, hey, you guys are stupid, instead of just like being one person who like tells them that the tickets are dumb. But because it was just the two of us, it looks very much more like it's just like somebody like talking shit and being like, oh, these tickets are all bad, I hate these tickets, instead of like looking like each admin being like, ah yes, this doesn't make sense, why are you assigning this ticket, like this doesn't have any information in it. So it's always frustrating because of that. And we do the refinement, and I shit. There was one business analyst that was like, oh, I want one of you guys to help me, I want you to explain like tickets to me, explain how these fields work. And like, I don't know, it was like 20 something fields, and she wanted us to get on a call and like babysit her through doing it and telling her how each field functions. But like, I don't know, sitting on a call telling this person how like so many fields works is a huge like time sink. It seems dumb, but it's like a big time sink because you're basically walking them through each one. They're trying to take notes on what you're saying. You're trying to like explain it in a way that they understand, but like it's difficult to put it into words sometimes. And you have to look it up while on the phone with them. You know, they're like, oh, how does this field work? And you're like, oh, let me fucking check, you know? And so it's not necessarily a very straightforward process. It takes time and it's kind of a pain. And it's better to just open a ticket on it, and then we can do the research, we can document it in the ticket, and then you can read the ticket later and ask questions if you have them. Like, nice, chill, very easy, makes life very easy. But they didn't want to do that. Why? I don't know. They wanted me to get on the phone with them and walk them through it. I didn't understand. Oh, fuck. Got murdered. I didn't understand, and then on top of it, like, we were already busy with some other production issues at the time, and like I said, it was just me and one other person, so like we were kind of struggling with the workload. So like I told them to just open a ticket, that like we honestly just didn't have the time to sit on the phone with them and to walk them through it right now. And they were like, well, I just need help with this. And I was like, that's nice. I appreciate that you need help, but like, we just don't have the availability right now to walk you through it. Create a ticket, and while we're between working on things, we'll look at the information and provide it to you. Like, it's not rocket science. You create the ticket, I put the information in. I can do it like between stuff at that point, because I don't have to like sit there on the phone with you like double checking everything and like researching it at that point in time. I can take my time and do it between tickets. But like, I guess she didn't like that response. She like wanted us to drop what we were doing and like do what she wanted right then. But that's stupid, you know? Like, I don't have time. Just not trying to be a dick, but like, I just don't have time. And so I was like, look, just create the spike. And she was like, well, can you do it on Monday instead? And it's like, I don't know what I'm gonna be working on Monday, so I can't promise you that I'll have time to like sit on the phone with you for like 2 hours and walk you through how these work. Like, I'm sorry, but you should just create the spike ticket. And she was like, okay. And I don't know, it just felt really stupid. She was like really pushing it, and it's I don't know. The thing is if you go into the system and you right click on the fields, it'll give you a description of what that field is. A lot of the time the description will contain information about how the field's utilized and like any sort of back-end information on it that's like easily understandable to a front-end person. But like, she wanted information that wasn't available within that. Basically on loans you can have multiple borrowers and borrower pairs, and so like each field is associated with the borrower pairs differently. They may not all work the same. They may be one field for both borrower pairs that they share, or it may be the field has separate borrower pairs. But it's like, it's not clear, it's not very straightforward as to which fields function which way. And that's the information that they wanted. But like, even that takes research to figure out which fields function which way. So it's not something that we know off the top of our head. There's so many fields in the system, there's literally like thousands. So the idea that we would be expected to know them like right off the bat is stupid. I mean, I know a large majority of how the fields function, but like remembering anything that large is difficult. And so, I don't know, she seemed salty about it, but we moved on. It didn't seem to be that big of a deal. And that was it, you know, with that. We next talked about some tickets, and like, I don't know, they brought like 2 tickets. They were made by a business analyst that was not in the office. So we were going off strictly what was written in the tickets, and what was written was just unclear. There was one of them that was like an issue reported by QA in the development environment that was not happening in production, but it was happening in dev. But like, there wasn't any information on if it was supposed to be happening in production and wasn't, or if it was not supposed to be happening in dev, or like what the actual problem was. It was just QA noticed this thing. And it's like, well, what are they asking us? Like, what is this ticket? This doesn't tell us what this is. Like, it doesn't tell us what would need to be done. It doesn't tell us what we're looking at. And then on top of it, it didn't even give information on how to recreate the issue. So like, we were essentially looking at a ticket that had nothing in it, that we would not be able to do anything with. And so I told them, we can't work this until there's more information in the ticket. I don't know what they're asking. I don't know what they need. I don't know how it's supposed to function. I don't know how to recreate the issue. It just doesn't have information. It doesn't have any screenshots. It's just QA saw this thing. And that's... okay. Sure. Closed ticket. Like, you know, like they have to give me something. And so I told them we couldn't point it or say how long it would take because there's not enough information to know what the ticket even is. So we moved on to the next one, and the next one was really similar, that it just didn't have enough information in the ticket for me to know what it was. It just wasn't clear of what they wanted. It wasn't clear of their expectations of like what we were going to do with it. And so again, I said the same thing. Look, this ticket doesn't have enough information. We can't point it because we don't know what they're asking for or what they're expecting. Very straightforward, very blunt, nothing fancy. But we're in the call still, and they're going over the dev tickets now, so I'm kind of like spaced out a bit. And my manager messages me, and she's like, "Hey, everything okay? I've gotten multiple reports that you're being aggressive today." And I'm like, what? I am always very blunt and straightforward when it comes to discussing things. I don't like to beat around the bush. I think it's a lot of waste of time to like play that game of wordplay. I prefer to just be very straightforward with people and say, look, this isn't gonna work. Look, this doesn't make sense. Look, you're doing it in a weird way. I think we should do it this way instead because of these reasons. I think it cuts out a lot of the bullshit, and it just works better. No one's ever had a problem with it before. I've been blunt in the majority of my conversations with people, specifically at work. Maybe not necessarily as much privately, but at work, I just don't want to play the game of office politics, I guess you could say. Polite niceties. I don't know how else to explain it. You guys all know what I mean. It's the telephone voice, you know? I'm sure you guys know what I'm saying. Everyone's got a telephone voice. I just don't waste my time putting on a telephone voice. I just use my regular voice. And I'm very, like, clear about what I'm expecting, and why. I like to give details and reasons and go from there. Anyways. My point being is, it was nothing different from my normal conversations. But like my boss was like, multiple people have reported you're being aggressive. And like, I don't know, what could I have said that upset these people? So I messaged my coworker who was in the call with me, who was also discussing these tickets that did not have enough information. And they were like, what? No, you didn't, you were not aggressive. Like, what are they talking about? It was very clear that you were just responding to what was in the ticket. It's like there was nothing that you said that was incorrect or rude. Oof, fucking bopped me. Which is like, you know, how I perceived it as well, that I did nothing wrong. And I'm very much the type of person who owns up to my mistakes when I fuck up. But, like, I didn't see a mistake. Oh, I thought I picked up fireworks, but it was in my last run. I'm so dumb. I was very confused. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it felt really bad, like, thinking that I had upset people. I don't like being a bad guy. I especially don't like not knowing what I did wrong or what somebody believed was incorrect. If you explain to me, I will do my best to change it or be better about it. But it was literally just that. They reported you were being aggressive. They didn't tell me anything else. Hear my dogs being assholes in the background. Love that. But so it was like unclear. I just felt like I had no information about what I could have done incorrectly or what I could have, how I could have upset people. So it just felt like shit. And then, like, on top of it, my boss, like, didn't give me any details. She just said that they said I was being aggressive. So, like, I didn't have any answers to, like, what I was doing that was considered— fucking bitches fighting. What I was doing that was considered aggressive. Like, I don't know. That's the worst thing for me. Why, look at that. I didn't know it appeared up there. Who would have thunk it? No. Anyways. I don't like being in the dark, essentially. I don't mind if somebody thinks I'm shitty or wants me to change or thinks that I should do better. I don't mind that. I understand. I'm not against critiques. I don't like being told you're bad and not given any information about what's making me bad. That just makes me feel like I have no power to do anything. Don't come near me, I'm healing. So yeah, I don't know, I wasn't happy about it, and like I talked with my boss for a little bit about it, and like my boss wasn't in the meeting, so she had no idea what I had done. Like I said, my coworker had no idea what could have been the thing that like upset someone. And I was like, okay, I could have upset that one business analyst, but like nothing that I said was incorrect. Like, we're busy, we don't have time to sit on the phone for 2 hours with you walking you through how fields function, create a ticket. I would have said that any day of the week. Any of the other people on my team would have said that. Like, there was nothing incorrect in that statement. There was nothing wrong, there was nothing rude, it wasn't me attacking them as a person. It was just a statement, you know? I was not angry at them. There was no problems. I have no personal issues with them. Like, it's nothing personal, basically. I know that's like such a dumb statement, but like, it's honestly nothing personal. It's, I'm doing a job. My job requires me to tell you if I think that like something's not making sense or if I think that we should do something a specific way, and that's what I did. It's just business, baby. But like, even then, multiple people reporting it, that doesn't make sense because like the other people I don't think would have reported that as me being aggressive. And then like even that terminology, I hate that. Like, I don't know. It feels like something a man says to a lady who's on her period and then gives her shit for it. Like, I don't know. When it's a guy, it's like, oh, he's standing his ground, you know? He's doing what he believes is correct. He's making sure they understand. He's exerting his manpower. But with a woman, it's like, oh, she's being aggressive. I don't know. It just makes me frustrated. And maybe it's just my internal, like, sexism that I've built against myself. But like, I don't know. I just don't feel good about it. Don't like that. You know? So yeah, I like was very upset on Wednesday because I felt like I had no answers to the questions, and there was no real reason to feel like that, you know? Like, they didn't give me a reason of what I did wrong. So it just almost felt pointless to be so upset about it, but at the same time, like, how could I not be upset about it? I don't know. It's hard to explain. But yeah, so the rest of the day I felt like I had to tiptoe around everyone. But like, as I keep looking back on it, like, I still don't think I did anything wrong, you know? Maybe that makes me an asshole. I don't know. But it's hard, like, I really can't see anything that I said that was, I guess you could say, personal. All of it, like I said, was just business. It's all just business statements to ensure that we're taking the right action on things. And not wasting time. It would be stupid for me to like beat around the bush about tickets not having enough information, because it's just wasting everyone's time and it's making the ticket take longer to be completed. Who bopped me? Oh, you're right above me. What a dick. So yeah, I don't know. I have strong feelings about it, but I still wonder if I did something wrong and I'm the bad guy, you know? I think that anxiety doesn't help, you know? Because, like, being anxious just makes me more, like, stressed about what I could have done wrong. There's, like, no cover, so I hope these guys die quickly. No, he's not gonna die before he bops the shit out of me. There I go. Rips McGee! Okay, one more run. Unless it's like a 2-second run, and then never mind. 2 more runs. But yeah, so Wednesday was frustrating. I don't know. It always feels like I let myself down by not being like the best. But it's not like an overconfidence thing, it's like a fear thing. It's hard to put into words. I feel like anyone who has anxiety would understand, but like it's basically the fear of failing and being treated poorly because of your failures, where people suddenly looking at you as like a complete piece of trash, a waste of time, a waste of space. Thought I heard something else spawn, but it must be crazy. Oh, they're over there. Definitely heard that. A red item, first try, baby. Maybe they saw how shitty I was, and they were like, "Oh, we'll give you one." But anyways, yeah. I didn't have the greatest Wednesday, and it made it like difficult to continue working because I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I couldn't stop being like, how should I have done it differently, you know? Replaying it in my head, trying to figure out like the best option for a good solution without upsetting anyone. Oof. Nope. None of that. But yeah, I don't know. It's always a question of if I'm doing the right thing, you know? No one wants to be the bad guy. The person that lets others down. Give me more money. Then Thursday, we went to visit my husband's family. I don't know, their Thanksgiving food's mediocre compared to like what I'm used to. I don't really like turkey for Thanksgiving, which is appalling. I don't know. Turkey always comes out dry as hell. Just tries to murder me. It's just not worth the effort. It takes so long to cook and then it's just so fucking dry. Like, I don't know, like, maybe I'm just an asshole, but like, it's very mediocre. And then like, I don't know, in every place I've ever been, like, everyone wants the white meat. No one wants the fucking dark meat. It don't taste good, okay? But yeah. I don't know. It's like the nostalgia factor too of like having Thanksgiving with your own family. You have like your routines and traditions that you do and you don't realize are like routines and traditions. You just assume that everyone does that almost, but then you realize that they don't. And it feels like everything's wrong. Everything's out of another red item? What the fuck? They really think I suck. That's fine. Thanks. I'll take it. But yeah, I don't know. It was okay. I think it's just always difficult. For anyone who has a significant other, I'm sure you understand. I feel a lot of pressure from being around his family. Some of his family's a little bit, like, overly judgmental, I guess you could say. And it's not his fault. Like, it's not like he picked out his family and he said, ah, yes, I like these ones, they're assholes. You know, like, it's just... They're not assholes to him. And like, you know... It's the norm for them. There's nothing wrong in that situation. That's just how it is. But like for me, it's not how it is. That's somebody being mean and commenting rudely on your appearance. That's somebody, you know, asking you a question and then completely interrupting you during your answer because they don't actually care what you have to say. Which happened more times than I can count. It's like they want to seem like they're interacting with you, but really they just want you to like not talk. But I don't know, maybe that's just me, like, misunderstanding the situation too. Like, it's hard to say if it's actually what I saw or if I'm just overthinking it, you know? I guess I'll take this one. Oh yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm the bad guy this time. Maybe I'm always the bad guy. Who knows? I sure as hell don't. I just hope they don't hate me. I think that's like the most difficult thing, is I don't want to be disliked by his family. I want them to think that like he's happy and enjoying life and that they're okay with me. I don't want to be the kind of person where like they're like, oh, he could have done better. Oh, I can't believe he's with her, you know? I don't want that. That feels bad. Because I know my family likes my husband a lot. They joke about it sometimes, that they dislike him, but it's all just a meme. But, I don't know, I feel like his family's much harder to read. But yeah, so it was just a lot of interacting with people that's hard. I don't know, I live my life on the internet. I have since I was young. We've talked about it in the past that like I've been on a computer since before I can remember. My dad had computers very early on in the age of personal computers, you know, having one in your home. And so like, I don't know, it just feels like an extension of myself in a way. Where the fuck is the teleporter? I forgot. It's just something that I'm so used to being a part of my life. And like, I do honestly think that people can survive functioning on the internet without going out in person, okay? I don't think it's the best. Yeah, it would probably be better for them to like go outside, but like there are plenty of people who can't necessarily go outside, and the internet's a really good place for them to have that experience of socialization without putting themselves in harm's way or, you know, feeling the intense anxiety that comes with being outside of your safe zone. Okay, here's the teleporter. And so like, it really frustrates me when people very much push this idea of, okay, well, you can only be happy if you go outside and interact with people in person. You can only be happy if you're outside doing stuff in the world. I think that works for some people, for sure, but I don't think it's perfect for everyone, and I don't think it's as cut and dry as, oh, you know, if you don't go outside for 2 days a week that you're unhappy. Like if you don't meet up with people at least twice a month, then you're never gonna be happy. Like that's oversimplifying something that's so complex. And so I don't like that. And I definitely feel like the older generation tends to be very much in that camp. I don't know. I feel like I have such a worldly view on things compared to like my family. Or like my other sibling that's less on the internet, you know? I've interacted with people from all over the world. I've learned about other cultures and places and people and, you know, stories and how their schooling works and how you know, all these other things function, and it's really opened my eyes to like so many different things. I've learned about different people, different places, you know? Like in the US, like in school, they don't teach you very much about places outside the US. Even in the US, like they do this thing where like your state is like the thing that's most important for you to learn about. There's like a big focus on becoming an expert in like the state that you're living in, which is weird. Like, I don't understand that. Shouldn't you be focusing on something more geographically like significant or like, you know, historically significant versus like, yes, Ohio is known for Buckeyes, you know, like that's stupid. And then it creates this like shitty dynamic too that like when I was young I moved a lot, so whenever I moved, okay, well now I'm starting over, I don't know anything about this state. Which is dumb. It should be more generalized and open to the outer world and like teach you about a lot of people versus just focusing on America, you know? A good example is like Germany. I only learned about one thing about it, you know? I knew the Netherlands existed, but I was never taught a single thing about them. I knew about Italy, Spain, France, nothing. Didn't get taught anything of value other than like what their opinions were during certain wars. And only wars that involved the United States, like no other wars should be discussed. The US of A. Hell, Canada's right around the corner. I learned nothing about Canada. I remember within the past like 10 years learning about how Canada treated their more indigenous people, and like it's terrible. Why wasn't that ever talked about, you know? Australia, the same thing, like this mistreatment of groups of people. We talk about you know, the big ones, but what about the smaller ones? These are things that are important for people to learn and understand why we shouldn't treat people poorly based on their location, their gender, their identity, their you know, sex ideals, religious beliefs, skin color, you know? Like, we should learn more about things like that to be able to teach kids not to be like racist, bigoted little pieces of shit. But instead, in like Texas, we're like, yeah, religion, only Christians here. like why is that being taught in school? I watch Smosh does a show called Reddit Stories, and one of the Reddit stories they talked about this weekend was this teacher at like a very Christian school who like got a book from the library thinking it was just like a little kid's book about penguins, and it was like a book about gay penguins, which is fine. Like, I don't, you know, like I love gay penguins, so like there shouldn't be anything wrong with that. But with a religious school, they're completely against anything LGBTQ+. And so like she like started reading this without realizing that it was about gay penguins, and you know, the kids are just like, oh cool, so like two daddy penguins can like take care of a baby penguin, and like, you know, they're inquisitive, they want to learn, they don't have this horrible judgment that like people push onto them. Like there's this thing where people are like, oh, kids wouldn't understand, you know, like they don't they're not gonna understand, they're gonna think it's weird, they're gonna get misconceptions, but like they're just inquisitive, they just, oops, there's an item down there, I want that, I want that. They just want to know more, you know? And like, I think that there should be this ability for them to form their own ideals, and instead of us like forcing things upon them. Why, like when they were talking about this Reddit story, there was a comment on it that was like, oh, that's one of the most banned books in like schools. Bitch, it's about penguins. What? Yeah, they're gay penguins, but like, why? Shouldn't you be burning like, or burning? Sorry, I'm thinking about book burnings and I'm like, it's the same thing. Shouldn't you be banning like manifestos, like shit like that, versus like gay penguins? They're gonna turn our society into shit. Like, what? That's fucking crazy. I don't understand the whole thing right now with like book banning. There's so many books being banned. It's absolutely insane. There's no reason for it. I think that like it should be up to a teacher's discretion of what to teach their children in their classrooms, and then on top of it, like a lot of the time there's state-based curriculum. I think those should be more generalized as well. Like I said, it's I'm teaching you all about the state you live in and nothing of actual value to your future. Like, what does it matter what the state bird is? What does it matter what this is? You know, like, why aren't we learning like about capitals of other countries, what languages other countries speak? Like, why aren't we learning about wars all over the world? Because, like, you know, we learn from our mistakes. JK, we don't learn from them if we don't know about them. Why would we learn about them in school? So that we can avoid them in the future. Nope, let's instead just hide those ones. Let's not talk about those ones. It's all just insanity to me. I could rant all day, honestly. But my point being is, like, I hate the world and what it is right now. I think it's sad. It feels real bad. I don't remember how we got on this conversation. But yeah, feels bad. Feels real bad, bro. Oh, I remember we were talking about the internet and how I learned a ton about everything from the internet. I learned so much. I mean, people know so much more now because of the access to the internet. And I really did get a chance to interact with such a variety of people even from a young age. In comparison, like, I don't feel like a lot of my peers had the same thing. And I mean, yeah, there's negatives about the internet as well, of course. But that's why if you have children, you monitor their usage. It's, you know, you don't just take it away. You don't just assume that if they're using the internet, it's wasting their time or it's bad for them. Like, that's stupid. That's the same thing as, like, people being like, all games are bad. I remember playing so many learning computer games when I was little. They had, like, puzzles, they would teach you math. I was really bad at math, but like I would work really hard to figure it out for this game, you know? It's like a game where you travel through like a mansion and like solve quests and stuff. I don't remember its name or anything else about it. I just remember that. But yeah, like I don't know, I feel like that's people are so short-sighted and they're so blinded by their knowledge, the extent of their knowledge, and they make decisions based on that. And a lot of the time they're just not informed decisions. But the one that really gets me is just people being like, oh yeah, I think this, the internet is dumb and we shouldn't allow kids to have access to it at all, and everyone else is stupid. And if you're on the internet all the time, then you're a bad person and you're not learning things and you're probably dumb. You know, like, shit like that is just fucking insane. It's just fucking insane, bro. Like, it's crazy the things that people think about the internet. And it like, it really does honestly like very much frustrate me, just because I really think that the internet has made me a better person. It's taught me so much. It's introduced me to so many people in such a wide open world that I would have never learned about outside of it. Can you fuck off, sir? I do not like how close you are to me. Yep, look at you fucking hit me so hard. Just knock the stuffing right out of me. But yeah, I don't know. I learned how to interact with people from the internet. Like, I really, really dislike people who are like, oh, you can't have a normal life if all you do is interact on the internet and you don't ever go outside. I really feel like that's stupid. I do think it's important to have interactions with people, but I don't think that every interaction with a person has to be in person. I don't know. I know a lot of people who I've talked to over the years who are like really sick, you know, who can't go outside for whatever reason, who, you know, are scared, have severe anxiety, and are unable to go outside because of that. Like, I've met so many people with those sorts of situations, and they're not bad people. They're not like this monster like they're portrayed to be. They're not like incels just because of their existence and being on the internet. Like, that's stupid. That's an uneducated statement. That you're assuming that everyone who like gets their main source of interaction from the internet is uneducated and a bad person, or doesn't know how to talk to people, or like can't be in society. Because like I've heard all of that shit, and that's all it is shit. But yeah, my point being is like my husband's grandmother said something about, oh, I'm glad you're getting out and going out and interacting with people instead of just sitting on the internet inside all day. And it frustrates me because it should be my choice to go out and hang out with people if I want. It shouldn't be something that I feel like is required, because if I don't do it, I am, you know, disappointing somebody or letting them down or making them think less of me. That's stupid. It's just like one thing that really makes me mad. I mean, there are even famous YouTubers. Look at Iron Mouse, you know, that don't go outside as often. Not because they don't want to. They just have reasons, but it doesn't mean that they like can't function in normal society and they're like a detriment to society or they're bad in some way. So I don't know. It just makes me mad. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep repeating I don't know, because it's like, it's such a specific thing too that I feel like some people might have not experienced somebody saying these things, but it also depends on the person, you know, how their family sees them, how they're portrayed and understood, if they're somebody who's very active on the internet or if they're not. Like, all of those are factors, and if they've heard somebody say these sorts of things. I watched a beetle just fall from the sky. I don't know. Like I said, I could complain about it all day. It's nothing personal, like that I hate people or anything like that, or like, I don't know. I think that we should judge people based on their individual personalities and not based on how they live their lives. Unless they're like murdering people or something, that's probably not cool. But yeah, rant done. And then on Friday I worked again. I was again the only person on, which is fine because it just meant that like there wasn't a ton going on at work, so I could just kind of chill, not work too hard, get some work done without having to worry about people telling me to do things immediately because it's high priority, and then not having to actually like deploy it until like 2 weeks later because it's not actually high priority. But you know, those sorts of things. But yeah, so Friday wasn't terrible. And then yesterday I just kind of chilled. I forgot to stream because I was so engrossed in like this game that I was playing. It's called Lottle Knots. So fucking cute. It lives in like the same place as like Power Wash Simulator, of just like something very relaxing and enjoyable to play. I mean, it's not a super long game. I would say it's like a couple hours at most, depending on like how completionist you are. But I really enjoyed it. The character's cute, the controls are really well designed, the worlds, or the I guess I don't want to call them worlds or levels because it's not really functioned in that way. The parts of the map are cool. Each of them have their own like little style and interesting look. And the lottles, it's called Lottle Knots. Lottles are like little fish. They look like axolotls. They can like develop into different kinds of axolotls and stuff like that. Very cute. Very, very cute. I love it so much. So yeah, I was completely like engulfed by this game yesterday, and I didn't do anything else. Yeah. I mean, what else can you say? It was just really good. Come on, imp, die. Oof, 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 oof. Yes. Sorry, I always get distracted when it's a boss, because that's the time that I'm most likely to be dead. Just murdered. I heard a thing, but I don't see it. Okay, it must have been crazy. I thought I heard a sky dog come into existence, but I must have been wrong. But yeah, Lottle Knots, really good. I strongly suggest you play it. All of the reviews for it are really good too. It's got like a 98% positive reviews or something. Whoever's the one who put negative reviews is fucking asshole. And has no heart. Or like they played just the demo or something, I don't know. They're just shit. That's how I feel. Ooh, speaking of good games, if you guys know the Steam Awards is coming up. I know that during this this current Steam sale, there's like an announcement on the Risk of Rain community tab, I think, that they're trying to go for 2 different awards. You should vote for them if you're enjoying Risk of Rain. I believe one's for Risk of Rain and one's for Risk of Rain 2, and one's for Risk of Rain Returns. So. Die please. Fuck. Oh, did I manage to kill it before it exploded? That's great. Love that. I 3D printed some orange gups and they look really good, by the way. Okay, let's oh, there's another one. Hello. You're so fucking rude. I can't believe you destroyed my turret. He was just trying to live his life, doing the best he can. Let's see, what else has happened recently? I mean, I'm alive. That's cool, you know, I guess. I feel like I've been very exhausted and stressed out with work lately. I don't know. I know I've said it before, I just feel like I don't know what to do with my future. I don't know if I want to continue what I'm doing, if I want to try something new, if I want to give up on everything. It's just hard. I wish that I was smarter, or a better programmer, so I had more options. But I'm not. I think that's why it's so frustrating to see my husband not, like, I guess not get what he's worth. Because he's such a good programmer. And I feel like he's way better than me. But, like, I don't know, he gets paid less than me, and he's been at the same job forever, and I just feel like he's worth more, you know? He could find such a good job somewhere good. But he stays where he's at because of the comfort of it, I think. Or loyalty, I don't know, I definitely think it's comfort. Oh, hey Hades, how's it going? But yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, and then while we were at my husband's family, I was like, oh man, I should host an event and like have them come over for like a holiday. Like they're always hosting holidays, like maybe it would be nice if I host one. And I was like, yeah, that would be good. And then I mentioned it to Dean and he was like, you did once. And I was like, what? I forgot. And I was like, which one? And he was like, last year Thanksgiving. And I had like fucking flashbacks of like the trauma of that Thanksgiving. And I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Because it was last year Thanksgiving. I invited his dad, his grandmother, and his brother. I didn't want to invite too many people because I wasn't sure I'd be able to cook for them all. And I didn't want to invite like his mom's family because obviously, you know, divorced, they don't really want to interact with each other. And so like I had to choose between just his mom's family or just his dad's family. And I chose his dad's because his grandmother's always super judgmental and mean. So I thought like it would be a good way for me to like gain her approval. But she didn't show up. And his brother didn't come either. And so it was just his dad chilling with us. And I made all this food, and there was no one to eat it. Thanks for stopping by, Hades. I do appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. I know we haven't talked much lately. I think we're both just super busy with life. Gotta hang out sometime, right? But anyways, yeah, I had that flashback to that horrible Thanksgiving and how I had all that food that nobody was gonna eat and how I just like, I don't know. His like dad was like, yeah, your brother's not coming. Yeah, your grandmother's not coming either. And I just like remember like trying not to cry. I was so frustrated that I just wanted to like bawl. I don't know. It's like you have somebody, you have some people who you're trying to put on a good show for. You want to show them that you're, you know, you're worth it. And then they like don't even give you the time of day. And it just feels like the biggest slap in the face, even if it's not meant to be, even if they didn't like do it on purpose. It just hurts really bad. Because like on top of it, I tried to plan it for a day that like isn't like a real Thanksgiving. It was like the Saturday after Thanksgiving or something like that. And his brother went to his mom's for her Thanksgiving because they didn't have it on Thanksgiving. They had it on that Saturday instead, which I did not know about, and Dean did not know about. Otherwise we would have planned it for a different day. So yeah, I don't know. It all felt bad. So yeah, I'll never have another get together with his family after that. I forgot, but yeah, don't let me forget, guys. Definitely feels bad. But yeah, once I started thinking about it, I couldn't stop thinking about it. It's always been like bothering me for a couple days again. It's like stuck in my head. I can't stop like feeling bad. I don't know how to explain it. It's like how do you put it into words? When you have PTSD, you're prone to getting stuck in these like time loops, I guess you could say, where you get sort of stuck in a memory. And that memory starts like really haunting you. You start having dreams about it. You can't get it out of your head. It's like constantly there in the background, making you feel something. And it won't let go. And you have no control of how long it's there, or why it's there, or when it happens. Because, like, you know, you could have something really terrible happen and you think about it and, like, it's fine. You have, like, something mediocre happen and it's the end of the world. You can't breathe and you can't stop thinking about it and it hurts your heart and you can't stop replaying the moment in your head and experiencing it over and over again. And it just feels like you have no control over your life or the situation at hand. And that's that feeling. It's like a feeling of helplessness and sadness and frustration all like wrapped into one. And it's hard. But yeah, I can't get it out of my head. And I had like nightmares about it last night and stuff too. Just sucks. Just feels real bad. Almost didn't make it. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's just difficult. It's always in these moments where I feel like it's like, it just sucks. It's that feeling of, oh, you're too emotional. Oh, stop being so worried about things. Stop being so sad. You know, like that sort of feeling. You feel shitty. I feel like if you talk about it, people are just gonna be like, why are you making such a big deal about this? I gave myself the hiccups, god damn it. I guess that means it's a good time for a hydration break. Oh, hey, did you finally got your house? Congratulations. And you hate it? Welcome! Welcome to the club! That's what being a homeowner's like. When I finally do come visit, you have to let me come see your house, though. Have you used the rice cooker I bought you yet? I hope you have. It's such a nice rice cooker. No, 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 die, die, die. Okay. Ooh, ooh. That was a risky one. Nice. Okay, I'm not dead yet. That's nice. We're only on stage 4 and we're already at the ah-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha. So, you know, really taking our time has worked well for us. That was sarcasm. It's probably a bad idea. I probably should be quicker about this. Oh yeah, I bought the new Mario RPG game. I think it's very interesting. Because, like, I read all these articles about people being like, oh, it's a completely new Mario game. It's so different from anything done before. But, like, it's not. I remember very distinctly that there was a Mario and Luigi game that had a very similar concept of where, like, you had the like, separate little battles. The standard like turn-based RPG type battles, and you had to time your attacks properly to make sure that they hit well. Like I very clearly remember this. I know it was a thing, and like it happened. It feels like this game is just that. Oof, bopped me. Heal a little bit. Oof. Could you just be dead, please? That'd be cool. Okay. Okay, healed. Nice. Okay, let's see. 7 monsters remain. Is there another void circle? There's one big boy. Oof. Oof. Oh god, I had 2 bottles and he... Oh, he popped me. Oh, he got me. I was saving that. Oh no, there's one of those too. Don't come near me, please. You fucker, you set me on fire. Okay, there's somebody up high. Ooh, started going real fast. Okay. Okay, we're still alive for now. Somehow we're surviving. Only just barely. Whoops, why did I do that? Fuck me. That was a mistake. Okay. Sorry I stopped talking, guys, but like now I'm focused. We'll just chill and do the rest as a semi-quiet stream without much babbling. I want to try to succeed at least once, you know? Ah. Oh, if I turn around, he was very close. Fuck, I fell off the set. Also, Waddle Knots, the planet they're on is called like Gup 14, which is great. Woof! Bop the fuck out of me. I know that the reason I do bad on Monsoon is because I'm too much of like a shitty completionist who wants to collect all the items. But I can't stop myself. Ah! Fell off the edge again. Shit. Shit. Shit! Oh, I almost jumped right off the edge again. Ooh, girl. Another red item. Nice. Okay, I know there's one more item up here. Of course, it's grandparents. Okay, we're doing well. We're gonna aim for obliteration because I don't think I'll be able to eat. I don't think I'll be able to eat the boss. He's just going to eat me, and that's not what we want. Even if it's a half-ass cheat to beat Monsoon, it's something. We're just gonna make it through a couple more levels, stages, worlds. Places? I don't know. On to the next. Oh, of course. Oops. Fucking shit. Yeah, it's gotta go faster. Okay. Oh shit, a mountain. Fuck me. I've never seen a mountain that I didn't hit, so. Yeah, another red item. It's my prize for popping a mountain. Oh shit. Fuck me. Fuck. We made it so far. Oh, that sucks. It was the mountain. The mountain always gets me. I'm so dumb. I'll never learn my lesson. But that's okay. I like it that way. So we'll continue to try and beat Monsoon next weekend. Like I said, Steam Awards is going on. I really think that if you like Risk of Rain, you should vote for it. It deserves it. And then play Lottle Knot. It's so fucking cute. I love it so much. I really do think that it's worth the play. Pt2. Sorry, I clicked the page so I could give you guys the URL and it started playing the video. It's fucking stupid. I tried to post it in my Streamlabs and it was like, join Twitch today, log in. And I was like, I am streaming to you. Excuse me? But yeah, anyways. Check out Lottle Knots. Enjoy the autumn sale for Steam. Vote on Risk of Rain 2. Follow my YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me here on Twitch. All of the things, guys. All of the things! No, but honestly, I hope you guys have a good weekend. I know it's almost over, but you know, I hope it's been good for you. I hope it'll continue to be good. I hope that I see you next weekend. Until then, thanks guys. Bye.